Hi everyone! Today, I'm going to share a method for treating orchids affected by rot or decay. This technique helps the plant recover, grow healthy roots, and continue blooming throughout the year. Let's get started. My orchid has been overwatered, and as a result, the leaves have started to rot. You can see they've turned soft, yellowish, and even black in some spots, clear signs of water damage and bacterial infection. At this point, the leaves have completely rotted and fallen off. There's nothing left on the stem, just the bare base of the plant. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic outer pot so we can take a closer look at the root system. As we take a closer look, we can see the roots are in poor condition. Many of them have turned black, feel soft and mushy to the touch, and are soaked with excess moisture. These are clear signs of root rot. I'll start by removing all of the old moss medium and replacing it with fresh moss. Repotting like this gives the plant a brand new environment and, more importantly, it gives me a chance to really inspect the roots and treat any issues before they get worse. Moss is great for retaining moisture, which orchids love, but over time, it starts to break down. It gets compacted and dense, which means less airflow to the roots. That creates the perfect place for bacteria and fungi to grow, especially if the moss stays too wet for too long. If left untreated, they can hinder new root growth. So, I'll trim away the damaged roots, helping the plant focus nutrients on stimulating new, healthy roots. Trimming old, worn-out roots not only relieves the plant from supporting weak roots, but also encourages stronger new ones. These new roots will absorb water and nutrients more effectively, aiding quick recovery after repotting. Next, I'll rinse the plant under running water. After trimming the damaged roots, I'll wash the entire plant under running water to remove any remaining dirt. This process thoroughly cleans the roots and base, setting the stage for the plant to adapt to the new medium. Washing also eliminates any bacteria or fungi lingering from the old medium. We'll use 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder. Cinnamon is a powerful natural antifungal and antibacterial agent. Pour 500 milliliters of warm water. Soak it for 30 minutes. Prepare 1 fresh apple. We'll use the apple peels. They're rich in natural enzymes, sugars, and nutrients that can gently stimulate root development and help the orchid recover from stress and rot damage. Now we'll finely chop the apple peel into small pieces. This increases the surface area, making it easier for the beneficial nutrients and enzymes to release into the solution during soaking or blending. Pour 500 milliliters of water. Soak it for 20 minutes. After 30 minutes, once the nutrients have fully dissolved into the water, then, we'll strain the cinnamon solution through a fine mesh to remove any remaining particles, leaving us with a smooth liquid that's ready to use on the plant. After 20 minutes, we'll strain the apple solution through a fine mesh. This helps separate the liquid from the solid bits, leaving us with a clean, nutrient-rich extract that's easier for the plant to absorb during treatment. Next, we'll pour the turmeric and apple solution into a container and gently place the orchid roots into it for soaking. Since the root wounds are still open, this soaking step allows the nutrients to be absorbed more directly and deeply into the plant. After 30 minutes of soaking, we'll remove the plant from the solution and let it air dry naturally. Now, we'll gently apply cinnamon powder directly to the wounded area of the orchid. Cinnamon is well known for its strong antifungal and antibacterial properties, making it an ideal natural remedy for treating open cuts on plants. By dusting the wound with cinnamon, we help the area dry out faster, which is important to stop further rot or infection from spreading. We'll soak the pine bark in the apple and cinnamon solution before using it as the potting medium. This helps disinfect the bark, reducing any harmful bacteria or fungal spores that could affect the orchid later on. After 1 day, the orchid is dried completely, and the pine bark has absorbed the apple and cinnamon solution. Now we'll take the bark out and let it drain. Now we'll go ahead and repot the orchid. Gently place the plant into the container and arrange the treated pine bark around the roots, making sure everything is secure but not too tight. This fresh medium provides a clean, breathable environment that supports healthy root development and long-term growth. Alright, what we're going to do is use the cinnamon and apple peel solution to gently wipe down the orchid's leaves. This isn't just for cleaning, it's actually a really important step in keeping the plant healthy. When we clean the top surface of the leaves, we're helping to open up the stomata. These are tiny pores that allow the plant to breathe and absorb carbon dioxide, which is essential for photosynthesis. A clean surface means more efficient gas exchange, and better photosynthesis means stronger growth. Doing this in the early morning or late afternoon is key. That's when the plant's pores are most receptive and the sun won't scorch the newly cleaned surface. At the beginning, this orchid had no leaves at all, just a bare, tired-looking stem. But now, you can clearly see several fresh, young leaves starting to push through. The root system was weak. Some parts were even damaged or rotting. But now, there are several new roots emerging. They're firm, plump, and have that silvery green color typical of healthy orchid roots. You'll notice the tips are slightly green or light-colored. That's a clear sign they're actively growing. These roots are reaching out into the medium, anchoring the plant while also pulling in moisture and nutrients more efficiently. Now, after 2 full months, the leaves have really transformed. Compared to the soft, small ones we saw earlier, they're now much larger, thicker, and feel noticeably firmer to the touch. The texture has changed. They're no longer fragile, but strong and slightly leathery, which is a good sign of healthy cell development. After 2 months, the roots have really taken off. You can see they're much longer now, and what's more important, they look strong and healthy. They've developed that firm, plump texture with a silvery sheen on the outside and fresh green tips at the ends, which means they're still actively growing. Some roots have started wrapping around the potting media, anchoring the plant nicely. And that's it for today's orchid care update. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this journey to healthier, stronger plants. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a tip. Drop a comment below to share your own orchid stories or questions. I love hearing from you.